This video shows how to use MQTTBox app for Mac. So before showing how to use MQTTBox app, let's understand what is MQTT. So basically MQTT is a communication protocol used in Internet of Things uh, apps or Internet of Things applications. So basically MQTT protocol is used as a communication protocol between devices and the server, or which is called MQTT broker in this case. This is the block diagram. So we have a MQTT broker, which is a central hub or a server which receives all the data and sends all the data. So basically we have like different devices like temperature sensors, or you can have a smart plug, you can have a garage door, washer, dryer, anything which can publish data to a MQTT broker. And like we can have like number of subscribers which can subscribe to the data, and whenever there is a data available, the data is pushed to these subscribers. So basically MQTT is a publish subscribe model. So whoever wants to send a data, they can publish data to a topic. So there is something called a topic where all these devices sends messages to topics. So like each device can send a message to different topic, and like each device can subscribe to that topic. Whenever there is a message available for that topic, those messages are sent to devices which have subscribed to that topic. So basically MQTT is a publish subscribe model. So so basically here the central part is the MQTT server. Like each device can publish data to MQTT server, and each device can subscribe to MQTT server. So basically all these devices are called clients, MQTT clients, and the central hub is called the MQTT broker. So basically with MQTT box tool we can create MQTT clients, and we can see like how the clients can publish data to MQTT broker, or the clients we can create a client which can subscribe to a MQTT broker topic and see and we can test like how we are receiving the data. So that is how we use MQTT box app. So here we can go and create a new MQTT client. Say I want to create a new MQTT client. So whenever I want to create an MQTT client, I have to know the MQTT broker address so that I can publish the data to the MQTT broker, and I want to know the to which topic I need to send. So when creating an MQTT client in MQTT box, we can specify all that information. So I want this is a general name. I can say it as a temperature sensor. Temperature sensor 1, and this will be the unique ID. So basically all the values are auto-filled, basically like what users will use. And there is a something called host. This is the MQTT broker host URL. So basically I'm using a public MQTT host URL, so that you can also test it. mm, so and then I can say that I want to, then here like everything is auto-filled. The only thing you need to give is the MQTT client name. So and like by default you have all the values set up. So we are subscribing to the public host which is available for free. So we can just say here we just enter the name, that's it. So this is the MQTT client created. So by default again it creates a windows for to publish and subscribe. So we know that each sensor can publish a data or subscribe a data, or it can do both at the same time. So MQTT box created that. Similarly, you can create any number of clients. This is a temperature one. I can create one more client. Say for example temperature, or I can say temperature temperature sensor 2. So that is the only thing. Everything is auto-filled. Or if you want your custom, you have your own broker, or if your client needs to be authenticated to the broker, you can fill the username, passwords, and you can select different protocols what the broker can use. Like you can use TCP, MQTT, TLS, WebSockets. So I can save. So now I created like two. One is connected, one is, so this is it auto connects. So it takes some time to connect. So it also got connected. Okay. So let's say the temperature sensor one client publishes the data and sensor two client subscribes the data. So let's publish the data to the to topic one, and temperature two subscribes to the same topic. So if you send some data from this, the temperature 2 should receive the data. Say for example, I don't want to subscribe from first client, so I just want to publish. So say I want to publish to a topic called MQTT box / temp, and I want to send some data. Say for example, current temperature as 50. So before publishing the data, I can go to temperature 2 and I can subscribe here. So I can subscribe to that same topic. So let's subscribe to the same topic. This is called QS. This is called quality of service. So I have subscribed to the topic. So there is no data available. So I didn't receive any data here after that subscribe. So once it is subscribed, any data available has to be reached there. So basically when you publish the data, it will go to the MQTT broker. So which is this. So it goes to the MQTT broker, and any clients which subscribe to the topic should receive it. So basically we have one client which is subscribed, so it should receive it. So let's say I publish the date, publish. So I published one message. So let's publish multiple messages and go back to client 2 and see if we receive all the data or not. So I published two messages, 50, 60. I can republish the data. Click on this instead of, so I can republish the data. So if I go back to client 2, I have to receive like 3 messages. So all these are the 3 messages which client 1 has published. So this is how like we can create more number of clients, see like how we can publish the data. Like each client can publish to different topics. So you can create like multiple publishers, or each client can subscribe to multiple topics. So I can add more number of publishers, or the same client can publish and subscribe. Say let's say we publish and subscribe to the same topic. So if you can see here, if you publish, you receive the data. So basically whenever you publish, the data goes to the MQTT broker, and since this has subscribed to the same topic, all the clients which subscribes to the topic receives the data. So if you go here, whatever the messages we send come here. So this is how we can use MQTT box to create clients. Basically clients can be sensors, smart plugs, anything. So you can publish the data, receive the data, and you can you can test the whole MQTT flow here. And there's one more feature called MQTT load, where you can do a load test. Like you can publish like hundreds of messages to a broker and see like if the broker can handle those messages, or you can subscribe to messages and receive like hundreds of messages, and you can test like whether your MQTT client can withstand the load. So here we can go and create a new load test case, say load test 1. So by default, again, like all the values are filled by default. So I'm using the public broker. I'm saying that I want to publish 20 messages. Just let's keep it low because it's a public broker. You don't want to make it slow. And say I want to, let's say we want to load test on the same topic whatever we used before when creating MQTT clients, and say we want to send some data. It can be anything, like it can be string, it can be any data. I'm just using JSON here so that it's more clear. Say I'm just say temperature 40. I can add more number of payloads, so that when it's testing, like if it wants to send 20 messages, it serially sends 1, 2, and if there are more, it sends serially. If not, like it sends 1, 2, and then comes back and it sends 1, 2. Temperature as 50. So I'll save this load test case, and so we just highlight some information here so that the user again doesn't needs to go to the settings and see like what data it is there, and you can just say start load test case. So basically here it shows all the logs. Here we say like number of instances, so we gave two, so like two instances were created, and each instance will publish like 20 messages in 5 seconds. So that is how it will show you here like how many messages were published and how much time it takes to publish and how much time it took to get the QS response and everything. You can see like we published to the same topic which our clients have subscribed. So if you go back to our clients and see, you can see the same, all these messages from the load test have been received here, because like all the clients which are subscribed to this topic should receive the messages. So our load test is completed, and we can see like how the messages were sent by time, like what was the messages sent by instance 1, instance 2, and what was the total number of messages sent. You can increase the sampling rate, and I mean to see more detail, or like if you want to have like time interval short, you can do that. Or you can go back and see like what data was published while running the load test case, by what instance and what data and what time. So you'll have all these logs. Similarly, I mean this load test case was to publish the data. Similarly, you have something called subscribe data. So you can load test, you can subscribe to this topic and like load test, like see like how you're getting the messages. Let's do with to the same topic. Say load to. So when you start the lotus, it just waits here because someone has to send messages, because it's a subscribe model. So once it is connected, it says waiting for messages. So I can go back and start this test case again, because this is a publisher, it just publishes the data, and it's a subscriber, it receives the data. It's done because it has published all the data. The publisher has published, and this is a subscriber load test, so it has received all the data. You can see how the data was received by time, and like you can see what data was received and at what time, by what instance, to what topic, all that. So this is how you can use MQTT Box app to create clients and to load test MQTT protocol. Thank you.